Welcome to the 61st edition of College Baseball's National Championship, and welcome to Omaha, the host city for the College World Series since 1950. Stanford and Florida State, no strangers to the College World Series, got things started in Game 1. Stanford, a two-time national champion, is making its 16th College World Series appearance. The Cardinal ran through the losers bracket of the Stanford Regional and went on the road to sweep Cal State Fullerton in Super Regionals to advance to Omaha. For Florida State, this will be their 19th trip to the College World Series, the Seminoles looking for their first ever national title. Jack Rye's three-run homer capped a six-run first inning in a victory over Wichita State, and Florida State reached the College World Series for the first time since 2000. Veteran coach Mike Martin is leading the Seminoles.
Same game we've been playing all year.
While coach Mark Marcus is at the helm for Stanford.
Step off.
The nation watched as Stanford starter Jeremy Bleach and Florida State starter Matt Farrell battled it out through three scoreless innings. Stanford broke the scoreless drought in the top of the fourth with this double to deep right.
On the ground, fair ball, past first base and into the right field corner. Phelps will score, Castro to third, he'll be held there. A double for Randy Molina, and it's 1-0 Cardinal in the fourth.
Stanford added two more runs in the sixth.
And the 2-1. The line drive well hit to right center field. Holt and Rye going back, still going back, and it's gone! A home run for Toby Gerhardt, his seventh of the year. And Stanford takes a 2-0 lead. Here's the 1-2. That one a little looper over the head of the shortstop. Delmonico into left field for a base hit. Sean Ratliff plates the third Stanford run with the RBI single as Castro scores, and it's 3-0 Cardinal.
Florida State finally got on the board in the sixth with this homer off the bat of Dennis Gwynn.
There's a high fly ball to right, and that ball is going to be halfway up the stands and gone. The first run of the ball game for Dennis Gwynn.
Dennis Gwynn just jumps on that first ball and narrows the gap to 2 runs here between these two teams.
Florida State pulled within 1 run with this Tommy Oravec single, scoring Tony Delmonico from third.
The pitch. There's a line drive into right center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. A 3-2 ball game now as Oravec comes through again with 2 outs to drive in his 32nd run of the year.
In the top of the seventh, with the bases loaded, Jason Castro walks, scoring Jake Schlander.
Here's the 3-1. And it's ball 4. Castro walks to first. Crossing home plate is Jake Schlander with the fourth Stanford run, and it's a 4-2 Cardinal lead.
Then Brent Millville grounds into a double play. Cord Phelps scores from third, making the score 5-2 Stanford. Florida State tied it up in the bottom of the ninth with this home run off the bat of Jason Stidham.
And there's a high fly ball deep to right field. Gerhardt at the track, and it's gone! We're tied at 5 as Jason Stidham blasts a 3-run homer to right to knot it up.
And man, did he put a charge into that one. That ball about 6 rows up in the stands. We got ourselves a new ball game.
The Seminoles' comeback was short-lived. In the top of the ninth, Stanford let loose a scoring barrage of biblical proportions, burying Florida State in a rain of hits and home runs, tying a record set in 1994 by Cal State Fullerton against LSU.
The high hopper to third. Tapley has to wait for it to come down, and he's not in time on the throw to first. 1-2 to Castro. On the ground to short, and it's bobbled by Delmonico, and everybody's safe. Millville, high fly ball to center field. Holt with room in medium depth center makes the catch. Tagging at third is Phelps. He will score. The sacrifice fly by Millville gives the Cardinal the 1-run advantage. And that's a shot up the middle into center field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Castro's going to be waved around third. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. He'll score. 2-run single. On the ground to short. Delmonico has it go right under the glove into center field. 1 run will score. Here comes Ratliff. He'll score. It's a 10-5 ball game. Breaking ball hit on the ground through the left side and in the left field for a base hit. August rounding third. He will score. It's 11-5 Stanford. And the hit parade continues. And a hot shot. Fair ball down the first baseline. Jones will score. Schlander being waved around third. He is going to score, and Stanford has a 13-5 lead. 8 runs in here in the ninth. It's 13-5 Stanford, and Millville with a high fly ball to left, and that one is long gone. And there's his first hit of the afternoon. A 3-run homer for Brent Millville, and it's now a 16-5 ball game in favor of the Stanford Cardinal.
When the smoke cleared, Stanford had scored 11 times in the ninth, tying a record set in 1994 by Cal State Fullerton against LSU. Stanford will advance to play the winner of Game 2 between top-seeded Miami and Georgia. The Seminoles will try to stay alive Monday against the Miami-Georgia loser. Game 2 featured Georgia versus the Miami Hurricanes. The Miami Hurricanes are making their 23rd College World Series appearance and 11th under head coach Jim Morris. The Hurricanes enter Omaha with a 52-9 overall record after taking the final 2 games of the Super Regional against the Arizona Wildcats. The Georgia Bulldogs are heading to their 6th College World Series and head coach Dave Perno's 3rd. Georgia hosted North Carolina State for the best-of-3 Super Regional. The Bulldogs and Wolfpack split the first 2 games before Georgia routed North Carolina State 17-8 in the 3rd and deciding game to advance to Omaha. The pitching matchup in Game 2 featured Trevor Howard of Georgia against Chris Hernandez of the Miami Hurricanes. Miami got the scoring started in the bottom of the first with this Jameel Weeks home run to right center.
And there's a high fly ball to right field. Jameel Weeks has just given Miami a 1-0 lead with a home run to right center field, and the Hurricanes are out on top.
In the top of the third, Georgia's Ryan Pizell singled to center, scoring Joey Lewis.
Chopper off the glove of Hernandez. Weeks cannot pull it in, and it goes into center field for a base hit. Pizell delivers with the 2-out base hit, and we're knotted up at 1.
Miami answered back with his Blake T. Cody homer.
That one driven to right field. Well hit. Looking up is Olsen, and he'll watch it leave. A 2-run homer for Blake T. Cody, and it's a 3-1 Miami lead.
Georgia tied it up in the 6th with this Ryan Pizell 2-run homer scoring Miles Starr.
There's a high fly ball deep to left field, and this ball is gone. A 2-run homer by Ryan Pizell, and we're tied at 3.
Miami retook the lead in the 7th off the bat of Yonder Alonso.
1-1, that's driven well to left center field. Cerrone going back, and that one is gone. And Yonder Alonso has just given Miami the 4-3 lead.
But Georgia refused to lose and came back in the 9th to score 4 runs.
Allen with a line drive into left field. Severino will play it off a bounce. It's a base hit, and the game is tied at 4. First and second, 1 out, and here's Toms, and Toms, a little dribbler, back to the mound. Gutierrez only played at first, and he throws it away! He throws it down the right field line! Esmond scores! They're going to wave Allen all the way around! He will score, and all the way to third goes Toms, and Georgia has a 6-4 lead! A chopper over the drawn-in infield, and into left field for a base hit! Pizell comes through again with his 4th RBI of the game, and Georgia takes a 7-4 lead.
Pizell's homer and 4 RBI gave Georgia the victory. They advanced to face Stanford in Game 6, while Miami will face Florida State in Game 5. Game 3 featured one team with a College World Series title and another team that struggled to get to Omaha. This is Fresno State's first College World Series appearance since 1991. The Bulldogs continue to surprise with an improbable super regional victory in Tempe over the number 3 national seed Arizona State Sun Devils. Fresno State, led by National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association Coach of the Year Mike Batesel, looks to continue to surprise in Omaha, taking on the number 6 national seed Rice. Rice's baseball program has flourished under head coach Wayne Graham. The Owls won the College World Series title in 2003 and arrive in Omaha this year after winning their second consecutive Houston Super Regional over Texas A&M. Justin Wilson took the mound for Fresno State, while Ryan Berry got the call for Rice. Fresno coach Mike Battisol's Bulldogs scored 11 unanswered runs in the first 4 innings. This is what it looked like.
No score, second inning, the pitch. Chopper up the middle, over Berry, and into center field for a base hit. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. They'll hold Detweiler at third, and it's 2-0 Fresno State. Muno comes through with a 2-run single.
Pitch to the plate, ground ball fair down the left field line. That will score 1 run. Coming over the left fielder, Luna. Up with a throw to second, safe, coming home. Throw to the plate and safe at all.
Here's the pitch, swung on fly ball, right field, going back is Mozingo. He's going to watch it go over the wall and gone. Home run number 3 for Muno. It is Fresno State 7, Rice nothing. Here's the pitch, fly ball center. Going back is Gayhart on the run. It's going to be over his head and 1 hop the wall. On his way to third is Hedstrom. He's going to be waved around. The throw to Haig. Now a throw home is going to sail over Zorns' head. Scoring is Hedstrom. Eric Wetzel on base with an RBI double. It's 8-0 Fresno State.
And Amati with a high fly ball down the left field line, and that ball is going to be a home run. A 3-run blast for Alan Amati, and it's 11-0 Fresno State.
The Rice scoring drought finally ended in the bottom of the 5th on this Jared Gayhart sacrifice fly to center, scoring Chad Mozingo.
And here's Gayhart with a first pitch swinging, line drive to center field, caught by Hedstrom, tagging at third and heading for the plate is Mozingo, and he's going to slide in safely.
Fresno's bats got busy again in the top of the 6th. With the bases loaded, Steve Detweiler singled to center.
On the ground and into center field for a base hit. Wetzel scores, Amati scores, 2 more on the board for Fresno State, and it's 13-1 Bulldogs as Detweiler gets his first hit of the day, a 2-run single here in the 6th.
Then with 2 runners on, Jordan Rivera homered to center.
Playing well, pitches to the plate. This is hit to center. Going back, Gayhart, it's over his head, it's gone. That is the 3rd 3-run homer here today.
Rice's Jordan Dodson plates a run without getting the ball out of the infield.
And a chopper up the middle, behind the bag. The second baseman, Wetzel, cannot pull it in. It'll be an infield hit, and a run scores. Zorns crosses the plate with the second Owl run of the day, and the Owls are on the board for the second time.
In the top of the 8th, Fresno State added another home run.
And the first pitch to Tommy Mendonça is driven to left field. That's well hit. Luna going back, and that ball is gone. Another home run for Fresno State, and you can take that one to the bank.
Rice wouldn't go away without a fight. In the bottom of the 8th, Diego Seastrunk belted a 3-run homer.
And there's a drive to right field. That is well hit. Detweiler going back, still going back, and that's gone. A 3-run homer for Diego Seastrunk, his 6th of the year. And the Owls score 3 on the 3-run bomb. It's 17-5. Here's John Hale on the ground to short. Muno behind the bag, flips to second for 1, on to first 2, and the ball game is over. Fresno State shocks the Rice Owls 17-5. Your final score today from Omaha's Rosenblatt Stadium.
Fresno State advances to play the winner of Game 4, while Rice heads to the loser's bracket. Game 4 showcases the remaining 2 teams of the 8-team College World Series lineup, LSU and North Carolina. The LSU Tigers are heading into Omaha with victories in 25 of their last 26 games. They are led by second-year head coach Paul Maneri, who will be making his second appearance in the College World Series after taking Notre Dame to Omaha back in 2002. The Tigers got to Omaha by defeating UC Irvine in Game 3 of its Super Regional, the final 21-7. The North Carolina Tar Heels are making their third straight appearance in the College World Series, making the championship series the last 2 seasons, where they lost to Oregon State both years. The Tar Heels are led by 10th-year head coach Mike Fox. The Tar Heels hosted the Super Regional in Cary, where they had to beat Coastal Carolina twice to advance to Omaha. Taking the mound for LSU is Ryan Verdugo. For North Carolina, Alex White. Leadoff hitter Michael Hollander put LSU on the scoreboard first.
White into the line and the pitch, and that's driven deep to left field, and that ball is gone! A leadoff home run just shy of the scoreboard in left field, and Hollander gives LSU a 1-0 lead.
Bottom of the first, LSU pitcher Ryan Verdugo loads the bases, then walks Tim Fedorovich, scoring Dustin Ackley.
So that'll force in the run, and it's a 1-1 ball game.
Still in the first, Kyle Seager singles to right.
And there's a hot shot into right field for a base hit. Shelton will score. Bedroff will be held up at third. It's a 1-run single for Kyle Seager. And it's a 2-1 Carolina lead.
Then Chad Flack hit a sacrifice fly.
1-1, driven high in the air to right field, near the line. Helenihi going into foul territory, makes the catch near the bullpen, tagging at third is Fedorov. Here comes the throw, and he's safe. Just beat the tag of Micah Gibbs at the plate, but it's 3-1 Carolina.
Top of the second, LSU's Matt Clark goes deep to left.
Clark drives it to the opposite field. That's well hit. Shelton going back at the track, leaps up, and it's over his head and out for a home run.
Third inning, Garrett Gore grounded into fielder's choice.
Garrett Gore grounds one to third. He'll step on the bag at third. The long throw to first. Not in time. He pulled him off the bag. A run will score. Hollander stepped on the bag at third off the bat of Garrett Gore. Threw across the diamond to first. Matt Clark could not hold the bag, and it's 4-2 North Carolina.
Seth Williams singled to left. Chad Flack scored.
A line drive, base hit into left field. Flack rounding third. They're going to wave him home. Here comes the throw from Mitchell to the plate, and he will score as it's up the third base line. Now they've got a runner trapped towards third to throw down, and he is out at third base. Garrett Gore got trapped between second and third. He is tagged out to end the inning as Flack scores the 5th Carolina run.
On a wild pitch by Paul Bertuccini, Ryan Grape will score.
In the dirt, Gibbs tries to block it, but he can't keep it in front, and the 6th Carolina run will score. Grapel scores on the wild pitch.
5th inning, Williams singles to center, scoring Kyle Seager.
Williams up the middle, and that's going to get into center field for a base hit. Seager will score, and Carolina adds a run. It's 7-2, and that leadoff man comes home to score again here in the 5th inning.
7th inning, Williams again, double to left center.
Williams sends that one high in the air, deep toward left. Mitchell going back, standing on the track. He can't find it, and it falls well short of him, in front of him. Williams stops at second after Seager scores the 8th Tar Heel run.
Top of the 8th, bases loaded. Micah Gibbs walks. Michael Hollander scores.
Here's the 3-2 to Gibbs. Ball 4, he lost him. and he forces home the third Tiger run. It's an 8-3 ball game.
DJ LeMahieu reached on an infield single to third, while Mitchell scored.
And a chopper on the ground to third. Flack across the diamond, and he is safe at first base. Flack waited just a second. The hesitation for the base runner, and LeMahieu beat it out. LSU's within 4, and the tying run coming to the plate. Landry, a chopper in the infield. Shortstop tags the bag at second for one on to first. He got him! He got him! The double play! The 6-3 double play ends the inning.
LSU's rally was cut short with a final score 8-4 North Carolina. Tar Heels move on to play Fresno State, while LSU plays in the loser's bracket against Rice. Game 5, Elimination Day. Miami and Florida State with one loss each. They both know whoever comes up short today goes home. Florida State got on the board first with this RBI double off the bat of Dennis Quinn.
Line drive down the right field line. That's a fair ball and a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Posey. Rye is going to be held at third as Quinn posts into second with an RBI double.
Third inning with Yasmani Grandal on second. Jamil Weeks hit a homer to right field.
Swinging a fly ball to right field. Backing up is Rye on the warning track, looking up, and that ball is out of here. Home run for Jamil Weeks. He gives the Hurricanes a 2-1 lead. Jamil Weeks hits his second home run of the College World Series, and Miami has a 1-run lead.
With 2 runners on, Dennis Rabin singled to center, scoring Mark Soboleski and Ryan Jackson.
And Rabin, a line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Soboleski scores. Jackson will score. They're going to throw behind the runner at second. He is safe. A 2-run single for Dennis Rabin, his first hit of the series, and it comes at a great time for Miami. They lead 4-1.
This double off the bat of Buster Posey scored Mike McGee.
And a hot shot over the glove of Soboleski at third. It's a fair ball into the left field corner. Headed for third is McGee. They're going to wave him home, and McGee will score without a play. The ball gets away on the relay throw, and Posey will go into third. A 4-2 ball game as Buster Posey comes through down the left field line with a double.
Bottom of the 7th, Jason Haggerty delivers a single to right field.
A line drive base hit into right field. Soboleski will score. Here comes Jackson. The throw to the plate, and he is safe. It's a 6-2 lead for Miami. The 2-run single by Jason Haggerty.
Bottom of the 8th, Blake T. Cody steps up to the plate.
That one driven high and deep to right field, and that ball is gone. Blake T. Cody with his second home run in the College World Series, and it's a 7-2 lead for Miami.
Top of the 9th, Stuart Tapley grounded out to shortstop. Dennis Quinn scored. Tony Delmonico moves to third.
Chopper on the ground, left side, deep in the hole at short. Jackson sets the long throw in time. Tapley is out. The run scores give Tapley the RBI, but it's 7-3 ball game.
And the Florida State late inning rally continues.
Line drive to right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Delmonico scores, and Florida State will indeed bring the tying run to the plate here in the 9th inning. Line drive, base hit up the middle. Rounding third and headed for home is Donish, and it's a 7-5 ball game, and Posey will swing again.
Miami held on to take the win and advanced to play the winner of Game 6, while Florida State was the first team eliminated from the College World Series. Game 6 of the 2008 College World Series brought together Stanford and Georgia for their 5th College World Series matchup. Nick Montgomery got the start for Georgia, Stanford started Jeffrey Inman. Zach Jones tripled to deep left.
Jones drives it deep to left field. Going back is Lyle Allen. At the track, he leaps up and it's off the top of the wall. Jones around second. He's headed for third. Allen will chase the ball down in the bullpen and they'll hold him with a triple.
Jake Schlander grounded out to shortstop. Zach Jones scored.
2-1, hit on the ground to short. This will score the run. Beckham will throw to first, and it's 1-0 Stanford. Schlander drives in his 26th run of the year on the ground out, and the Cardinal have the early lead, 1-0.
Jason Castro homered to right. Joey August scored.
Castro drives that one deep to right field. You can forget about that. It is long gone. A home run for Jason Castro, and Stanford leads it 3-0.
That's the 14th home run by Jason Castro.
Bottom of the fourth. Georgia gets on the board with this Matt Cerrone double to deep left. Gordon Beckham scored.
And the first pitch swinging, driven down the left field line. August going into the corner. That is a fair ball, and it bounces off the wall. Beckham will walk home. Cerrone into second with an RBI double, and the Bulldogs are on the board. It's 3-1.
Georgia adds a run on a bases-loaded walk to Robbie O'Brien.
Ball four, he lost it, and he forces in a run. O'Brien drives in his 11th run of the year, and it's a 3-2 ball game now.
In the bottom of the seventh, with the bases loaded, Cerrone steps up to the plate. He singles to center. Beckham and Poitras both score.
Breaking ball line to the center field. That's a base hit. Beckham will score. Rounding third is Poitras. Here comes the throw, and Georgia has the lead. Poitras is safe. It's 4-3 Georgia on the two-run single by Cerrone.
That's all it took. In the ninth, Colin Wash grounded into a game-ending double play.
On the ground to short, Beckham to second for one. On to first, double play. And the Georgia Bulldogs will wait to play on Friday. A 4-3 win over the Stanford Cardinal.
Game 7, Rice against LSU. Top of the second, Rice's Rick Haig singles to left.
It's a base hit into left field. Zorns will score. They're rounding Mozingo home, and he is safe. And it's a 2-0 lead for Rice, as on the throw, Haig scoots into second.
Top of the fifth, Jared Gayhart tripled to right center.
And there's a drive into the right center field gap. That's going to split the gap and roll all the way towards the wall. Rounding third is Dodson. They're going to wave him home. Headed for third was Gayhart. He's got a triple, and it's 3-0 Rice.
Top of the sixth, Aaron Luna's turn. He homers to left field.
High fly ball deep to left field. Mitchell going back, climbs up the wall, and that ball is gone. The 10th home run of the year for Aaron Luna and his first hit in the College World Series, and it's 4-0 Rice.
Top of the seventh, Rice's Diego Seastrom singles to center.
Drive to center field, and that ball is going to drop in front of Landry. It's a base hit, and it's 5-0 Rice, and Dodson comes home to score.
LSU's first run of the game came in the bottom of the seventh on his balk by Cole St. Clair.
At the balk, touchdown! The balk is called. Padron can't believe it. He smacks his glove on the field in disgust, and here comes Pontiff. He will score.
LSU adds another run in the bottom of the eighth when Mike Gibbs doubles to right.
Drive to right field. If that's fair, that's trouble, and that ball is a fair ball, and it ricochets around in the corner. Mitchell around third. He will score. Gibbs into second with an RBI double, and it's a 5-2 ball game.
Bottom of the ninth, Rice with two runners on to Michael Hollander. He singles to center.
Chopper up the middle. Will it sneak through? It will into center field. Rounding third and headed for home is Helen Ehe, and it's a 5-3 ball game.
Then with the bases loaded and the game on the line, Blake Dean doubles to deep left.
Drive to left field. That ball's well hit. Luna going back, looking up, and it's off the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Here comes Mitchell, and LSU wins it. A 3-run double for Blake Dean, and the Tigers scratch and claw to see another day.
With the win, LSU advances to face the loser of the North Carolina-Fresno State game. Rice is eliminated. The Owls finish the season 47-15. North Carolina and Fresno State both won in their first appearance in the 2008 College World Series. They now face each other in a battle to advance to the championship. Justin Miller starts for Fresno. Adam Warren gets the nod for North Carolina. Bottom of the second, Fresno State's Ryan Overland homers to left.
Is lifted deep to left field, going back is Kyle Shelton. He looks up and it's gone. That ball just continued to carry and carry and carry until it carried out of here. And Fresno State has a 1-0 lead.
In the top of the fourth, North Carolina's Tim Fedroff triples to deep center.
There's a drive to center field. That ball is well hit. Hedstrom on his horse, still on the run. Looking up, and that ball is over his head and off the wall. Shelton rounding third. He's headed for home. Fedroff into third. He slides safely with a triple, and we're tied at 1.
Kyle Seager doubles to left.
Breaking ball line to left field. Coming on is Sussdorf. Dives, and he cannot make the play, and it gets by him. The run will score. It's 2-1 Tar Heels as Seager rounds second, and he'll stop there. An RBI double for Kyle Seager.
Chad Flack singles to center.
Flack will drive that one to center. That's well hit. Hedstrom dives. Does he make the catch? No, he does not. It's a base hit, and another run scores. Seager trots home on the Flack RBI single. Another base hit for Carolina. They're up by 2.
Bottom of the fourth, Fresno State's Steve Sussdorf homers to right.
That one's driven well to right field. Fedroff going back, looking up. It's gone. The home run for Steve Sussdorf. The second homer of the night for Fresno State. His 12th of the year, and the Bulldogs are within 1.
Bottom of the fifth, Fresno State's Alan Amati singles to center.
There's a line drive, base hit into center field. Hedstrom will score. Wetzel's waved around. He'll score, and Fresno State takes a 4-3 lead on the 2-run single by Alan Amati.
Fresno State adds another run in the bottom of the eighth when Eric Wetzel singles to left center.
There's a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Picked up on one hop by Shelton, rounding third and headed for home is Buno, and he will score. A huge insurance run for Fresno State as Eric Wetzel comes through with an RBI single here in the 8th inning.
In the top of the ninth, with the tying run at the plate, North Carolina's Tim Fedorovich flies out to right to end the game. Carolina will face LSU in an elimination game, while Fresno State advances one step closer to the championship round. Game 9, Miami versus Stanford. Getting the starting assignments today for the Miami Hurricane, Enrique Garcia. For the Cardinal, Danny Sandberg. The Hurricanes score early with a sacrifice fly to center.
And Sobolewski drives this one to center. Well hit. Ratliff drifting back near the track. He'll make the catch. Runners will tag, and the first run will score as T. Cody crosses the plate.
Stanford answers in the third. Jason Castro reaches on an infield single to shortstop.
On the ground to the left side, into the glove of the diving Jackson, but it trickles away, and everybody's going to be safe. It'll be an infield field hit for Castro. The run scores from third, and it's tied at 1. To drive this one to left. Severino coming over near the line. He will make the catch, tagging in third and heading for home is August. Here comes the throw, and August slides in around the tag of Grandal. And Stanford has the lead.
Bottom of the fourth. Joey August singles to shallow center.
The 1-0 is driven to center field. Coming on is T. Cody. He's still coming. It drops a base hit. And it's 3-1 Stanford. And it's RBI number 22 for Joey August.
Bottom of the fifth. Stanford's Sean Ratliff homers to right.
The 1-0 to Ratliff. There's a drive to right field. That ball is well hit, and it is well gone. A 2-run homer for Sean Ratliff. His first of the College World Series, and it's a 5-1 lead for Stanford.
Still in the fifth. Phelps triples to deep center.
And there's a drive to right center field. That ball is well hit. T. Cody going back, dives, and it's over his head and off the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Phelps rounds second. He's on his way to third, and Phelps is there with a 2-run triple. It's 7-1 Stanford.
Bottom of the sixth. Gerhardt doubles to left.
Ground to third, over the glove of Soboleski and down the left field line. Rounding third and headed for home is Millville. Into second is Gerhardt, and it's 8-1 Stanford.
In the top of the seventh, Miami's Yasmani Grandal homers to center.
That ball's well hit. Ratliff on his horse, still going back, and he looks up. It's gone! Grandal with his 7th home run of the year. Just to the left of dead center. Carried out of here. And Miami's on the board trailing 8-2.
Top of the sixth, Jason Haggerty hit a sacrifice fly to right.
There's a drive to right field. That ball is well hit. Gerhardt will have room though, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Runners advance from second to third, and from third to home as Jackson scores the third Miami run. The sacrifice fly for Haggerty. Breaking ball right back into the glove. Storen snares it to end the Miami Hurricane season and pitch Stanford into a date with Georgia. What a play by Storen on the hot shot comebacker, and the game is over.
Stanford's 4-run 5th inning helps the Cardinal advance to face Georgia, who they have to beat twice in order to advance to the championship series. Meanwhile, Miami goes home with a 2008 record of 53-12. Game 10, North Carolina, LSU. Matt Harvey gets the start for the North Carolina Tar Heels, while LSU counters with Taylor Martin. The Tar Heels score first. Tim Fedroff doubles to deep right center.
Fedroff drives that one well to right center field. Landry and Helenihi converge, but it splits the gap. Rounding third and headed for home is Ackley. Fedroff stops at second. It's an RBI double and a 1-0 lead for North Carolina.
With the bases loaded, Chad Flack walks.
Flack taking all the way, and it's ball 4, and it's 2-0 North Carolina. Flack drives in run number 47 as Tim Fedroff crosses the plate.
But with threatening storms in the Omaha area, the game was called. The next day, LSU got busy. Bottom of the second, DJ LeMahieu singles to center.
On the ground, bouncing up the middle, and that's a base hit into center field. Gibbs rounding third. He will score, and North Carolina's lead is down to 1. It's a 2-1 ball game on the RBI single by DJ LeMahieu.
Top of the fifth, North Carolina This is Tim Fedorovich. He grounds into a productive fielder's choice.
Fedorovich on the ground through the left side, scooped up by LeMahieu in the hole, throws to second for one, and cannot get the double play. The run scores. An amazing play by LeMahieu just to get to the ball on the ground. Then he threw a strong throw to second, and they had a glimpse at maybe turning two there, but it's 3-1 North Carolina.
In the bottom of the sixth, LSU's Matt Clark homers to right.
2-2 is driven high and deep to right field, and this game is tied. The 28th home run of the year for Matt Clark, and he's knotted it up at 3.
That's where the score stayed until the top of the ninth.
Bases loaded, Grapel at third, Ackley at second, Fedorov at first, the 1-1 to Fedorovich. Breaking ball, hit down the line, it's way back, Mitchell looking, grand slam! Grand slam for Tim Fedorovich, and the Tar Heels have a 4-run lead in the ninth inning. What a blast to left for Fedorovich.
He's a junior, he's 5'10" and 213 pounds, and I want to tell you, he probably hit the biggest home run of his life right there. His 5th on the year, and he just picked up those 4 RBIs we talked about. He just tied the North Carolina record for career RBIs. What a time to do it.
His teammates mob him at home plate, jubilant in their celebration. Hit on the ground to short, could be 2, flip to second for 1, on to first, double play! North Carolina has knocked off the LSU Tigers. A grand slam in the ninth inning. Pushed the Tar Heels over the top. They beat LSU 7-3, ending the Tigers season and moving Carolina into a date tomorrow night with Fresno State.
Game 11, the Georgia Bulldogs against the Stanford Cardinals. Georgia's starter is Nathan Moreau. Stanford's starter is Jeremy Bleach. Georgia has a runner on in the top of the second when Joey Lewis comes through.
There's a hot shot into left field. That's a base hit. Rounding third is Poitras. Up with it is Gerhardt. Here comes the throw. Poitras is safe. The throw is cut off, and Georgia has the 1-0 lead.
Top of the third, Rich Poitras doubles to deep right.
Driven to right field and well hit. Whitlow backing up on the track. Whitlow near the wall, jumps up and it's off the top of the wall. Headed for third is Heisel. They're going to round him home. Beckham will go to third and stop as Poitras is in with an RBI double, and it's 2-0 Georgia. Poitras nearly with the 3-run homer to right. Just missed it, banged off the top of the wall.
With the bases loaded, Lewis again, and he singles to left.
First pitch is lined to left field. Gerhardt coming on. He won't get there. Play it off a hop. 1 run will score. Here comes the second man wave to the plate. He will score. 2-run single for Joey Lewis. And it's a 4-0 Georgia lead.
Bottom of the third, Stanford gets on the scoreboard.
There's a drive to right center field. That ball is well hit. Coming on is Olsen. He'll make the catch for the second out. Tagging at third and heading home is Schlander. It's a sacrifice fly. And an RBI for Millville as Schlander scores the first Cardinal run. And it's a 4-1 ball game.
Georgia added to their lead in the top of the fourth.
Off-speed pitch lined into center field. That's a base hit. Headed for home is Starr. They're going to wave Heisel around third. Here comes the throw. He is safe. A 2-run single by Poitras, his third hit of the day, and it's 6-1 Georgia.
Bottom of the fourth, Stanford's turn. Cord Phelps steps to the plate.
Line to the right center field gap. Olsen is not going to get there. That's going to split the gap and roll all the way to the wall. Rounding third and headed for home is Schlander. Phelps digging for third, and he'll have a 2-out triple. And the Cardinal played a 2-out run as Schlander comes home to score, and it's a 6-2 ball game.
A wild pitch brought in another Stanford run.
The 1-0 to Gerhardt, that's back to the screen. The wild pitch will bring Phelps home with the third Stanford run.
With 2 runners on, Heisel homers to right.
Breaking ball hammered to right field. Gerhardt backing up onto the track. Gerhardt looking up, and it's gone! A 3-run homer by Ryan Heisel, his 12th of the year. And Georgia opens up a 9-3 lead.
Bottom of the 5th, Stanford drives in another one.
A base hit to right field off the bat of Joey August. Rounding third is Castro. He will score. And Stanford does play to run here in this 5th inning. It's a 9-4 ball game. August with his first hit of the day. An RBI single to right.
Top of the 8th, Georgia's Poitras doubles to left.
And there's a base hit down the third base line past the diving Jones. Beckham will easily score as Poitras has another double. Poitras has had 3 of them today, and he drives in his 4th run of the ball game. It's a 10-4 Georgia lead.
In the bottom of the 9th, Stanford's Colin Walsh singles to right.
There's a base hit into right field. Walsh drives in his 8th run of the year. Molina scoring to make it a 10-5 ball game.
With 2 runners on, Ben Clough comes through with a big hit.
There's a drive to left. That ball is well hit, and Clough has hit a 3-run pinch hit home run. A 10-8 ball game as Clough with his 3rd home run of the year, RBIs 7, 8, and 9. And he blasts one off the stopper of the year, just the 3rd home run Fields has allowed all season.
In a series full of 9th inning surprises, on this day Stanford comes up short. Georgia moves on to play in the championship series. The rain clouds moved out in time to start Game 12, pitting Fresno State against North Carolina. The winner of this game would face Georgia in the championship series. Matt Harvey gets the start for North Carolina. Fresno State counters with Justin Wilson. Top of the 1st, Fresno State's Steve Sustor singles to right.
There's a base hit into right field. Charging hard is Fedorov, rounding third and headed for home is Hedstrom. Here comes the throw to the plate, and he is saved! The base hit by Sustor gives the Bulldogs the early lead as Hedstrom scores from second. It's 1-0 Bulldogs.
Top of the 4th, the Bulldogs had 2 more runs.
Mendoza is driven deep toward right field, and that ball is gone. No doubt about that one, as Mendoza drills the 2-run homer to right, and it's a 3-0 Fresno State lead.
In the bottom of the 4th, North Carolina scores.
Williams, a line drive into center field. That'll drop for a base hit. Home comes Flack with the first Tar Heel run, and it's a 3-1 ball game and 3 straight hits now for the North Carolina Bats as Williams drives in his 45th run of the year.
Then Dennis Ackley scores on Garrett Gore's fielder's choice.
On the ground to the left side, shortstop Muno throws to second. They get the force, and that's all. But the run comes home to score on the fielder's choice. He makes it a 1-run ball game.
Fresno State held on to a 3-2 lead into the 8th inning.
A drive to left, well hit, and Chad Flack has just given North Carolina the lead. A 2-run homer to deep left, and Carolina leads 4-3.
North Carolina finished the game with a 4-3 win over Fresno State, forcing an elimination game to determine which team faces Georgia in the championship series. Game 13 will be unlucky for someone. It's an elimination contest, with the winner moving on to play in the championship round of the College World Series. The loser is going home. Clayton Allison gets the start for Fresno State, while North Carolina will send Adam Warren to the mound. Bottom of the third, Fresno State scores first.
There's a hot shot into left field, a base hit. Wetzel scores. Here comes Susdorf. He'll be waved home. The throw to the plate, he's safe. And it's 2-0 Fresno State. Mendoza comes through with a 2-run single.
Top of the fourth, Tar Heels have the bases loaded.
3-1 way outside. Ball 4, and it's a 2-1 game.
Bottom of the fourth, Fresno State's Danny Munoz singles to right.
There's a line drive into right field over the drawn-in infield. It's a base hit for Munoz, and it is a 3-1 lead for Fresno State.
Bottom of the fifth, Fresno State adds another run.
There's a drive to right center field. That ball is well hit. Fedorov running, and he cannot get there. It'll go to the gap and off the wall. Rounding third is Amati. They're going to wave him home. Here comes the throw to the plate, and he is safe as he slides across, beating the throw. It's 4-1, and an RBI double for Mendoza. He's driven in 3 of the 4 Bulldog runs tonight.
Bottom of the sixth, Alan Amati at the plate.
On the ground, Flack makes a great diving pick up the throw home, and he is safe at home. Flack makes a diving stop. The runner broke on contact, Wetzel, and he scores ahead of the tag from Fedorovic. A great pickup, but good base running by Eric Wetzel, and everybody's safe.
Fresno State picks up one more run in the sixth on this Tommy Mendoza single.
Mendoza chopper over the glove of Ackley and into the right field corner. Scoring is Susdorf, rounding third. Now they're going to hold him there. Amati as Mendoza comes through again. Another RBI base hit for Tommy Mendoza. He's driven in 4 runs tonight, and Fresno State has opened up a 6-1 lead. There's a hot shot to third. Mendoza to second for 1. On to first, and that's it. The finals have gone to the Dogs as Fresno State and Georgia meet in an all-Bulldog final. Fresno State defeats North Carolina 6-1. The Bulldogs are going to win the national championship. We just don't know which one yet.
The NCAA Men's College World Series will continue in Omaha through 2035 under the terms of an unprecedented contract agreement. The new 25-year agreement will go into effect in 2011 when the series moves from Rosenblatt Stadium to a new 24,000-seat ballpark in downtown Omaha.
I think, first of all, we're going to make this as great of an experience, as a championship experience for the young men who play in the future College World Series. For example, if you notice some of the details there will be 4 clubhouses. You will not have to share a clubhouse when you come here. There will be 4 clubhouses during that day. Indoor batting cages right behind them, these clubhouses. And every effort will be made to make sure that the experience is as good or better than what they've had here at Rosenblatt. Now, the tradition of Rosenblatt is extremely important, but I think it's the College World Series and what the city of Omaha brings to this is extremely important as well.
Game 1 of the championship series between Fresno State and Georgia. Fresno State's starting pitcher is Sean Bonesteel. Georgia's starter, Trevor Holder. Georgia put up the first numbers with this Rich Poultras double in the bottom of the first.
Poitras, a hot shot into left field. That's a base hit. Heisel's going to be waved around third. Here comes the throw from Susdorf, and he is safe. On to second goes Poitras with the throw, and he's safe out there. 1-0 Georgia on the RBI single by Rich Poitras.
Fresno State tied it up in the third off the bat of Jordan Rivera.
The first pitch, Rivera skies this one deep toward left. Going back is Allen. He looks up, and it's gone. And Jordan Rivera has just tied this ball game at 1. The opposite field home run to deep left center. And we're all knotted up.
Bottom of the fourth, Georgia takes the lead. Joey Lewis with the single to right.
Hard shot, right field, base hit. Here comes Massineri. He's waved home. The throw by Detweiler will be not in time. Massineri with a head-first slide scores the go-ahead run. And on the play, Cerrone goes to third. Lewis delivered an RBI single to right field, knocking in his 35th run of the season. And here in the fourth, Georgia has taken a 2-1 lead over Fresno State.
Top of the fifth, Fresno State fights back with the long ball.
There's a drive to left field deep. Way back, this ball's going to go, and it's going to put Fresno State on top. Well, Detweiler couldn't get a bunt down, but he got the lead for Fresno State with a 2-run homer on an 0-1 pitch. Fresno State takes a 3-2 lead here in the fifth.
Bottom of the sixth, Georgia tied it with a single to center.
Hit up the middle and through for a base hit. Here comes Poitras with a tying run. It'll tie the game. Cerrone comes up with a big 2-out hit.
Top of the eighth, Steve Susdorf double to right center.
That's driven into the right center field gap. That will split the gap. And rounding second is Wetzel. Headed for third. They're going to wave Wetzel home. Here comes the throw. He is safe. And Fresno State takes the 4-3 lead as Susdorf hits his 32nd double of the year and drives in the go-ahead run in the eighth.
Again in the eighth, Tommy Mendoza homers to left center.
There's a drive to left center field. That ball is well hit, and that ball is long gone. His 18th home run of the year. Tommy Mendoza with a big insurance run for Fresno State. It's a 5-3 lead.
Then Steve Detweiler doubles to deep right center.
There's a drive to right center field. That ball is well hit. Cerrone going back. He looks up and it's over his head and off the wall. Overland around third. He's being waved home. No throw. He will score. And it's a 6-3 lead. A 3-run eighth for Fresno State.
Bottom of the eighth, Gordon Beckham with the home.
And that's driven to left field. That ball is well hit. Susdorf looks up and it sails out of Rosenblatt. A 2-run homer for Gordon Beckham, his 27th of the year, and it's a 1-run ball game.
Georgia ties it up again with his Matt Cerrone double to left.
Base hit down the left field line. Rounding second and headed for third is Poitras. They're going to wave Poitras around third. Here comes the throw to the plate. Poitras is going to be safe. And on the play, Cerrone scoots into third. We're tied at 6.
Georgia pulls ahead with his Joey Lewis double and takes game 1.
Up the middle, off the hand of Burke, and into center field. It hit the bag at second. Lewis rounding first. He's on his way to second. He'll slide in safely. It's a 1-run lead for Georgia as Lewis bounced that double off the bag at second base. It ricocheted into left center. Everybody's safe, and Georgia has taken the lead. Popped up. This should do it on the right side of the infield. Poitras, the first baseman, makes the catch, and Georgia comes from behind with a 4 spot in the 8th inning, and they're 1 win away from a national championship. Your final, Georgia 7 and Fresno State 6.
1, 2, 3.
Championship Series Game 2. Fresno State has its back to the wall and must win today to stay in the race. Going to the mound for Georgia, Nick Montgomery. Fresno State will send Justin Miller on. Georgia came out swinging in the top of the first with runners on. Rich Poitras singles to right.
There's a hot shot into left field. That's a base hit. Heisel's going to be waved around third. Here comes the throw from Sussdorf, and he is safe. On to second goes Poitras with the throw, and he's safe out there. 1-0 Georgia on the RBI single by Rich Poitras.
Still in the first, Joey Lewis singles.
First pitch, he lines into center field for a base hit. Beckham scores. They'll wave Poitras around. Here comes the throw from Hedstrom. He's safe, and it's 3-0 Georgia. A 2-run single for Joey Lewis, fast becoming one of the heroes of the College World Series.
Top of the second, Poitras with the sacrifice fly.
There's a pitch driven to center field. Should be deep enough to score Peisel from first. Hedstrom makes the catch. Peisel tags and chugs for home with the fourth Georgia run. And it's a 4-0 Bulldog lead. Poitras with his second RBI of the evening.
Top of the third, Fresno State's David Toms singled to shallow left center.
Toms, a line drive off the glove of Muno at short. Rounding third comes Massineri. He will score, and Toms comes through with an RBI single, and it's 5-0 Georgia.
Bottom of the third, Steve Detweiler scores on a wild pitch.
Pitch through the legs of Massineri, back to the screen, and Fresno State's on the board.
Still in the third, Steve Sussdorf singles to right.
Hot shot through the right side and into right field for a base hit. Muno scores. Hedstrom headed for the plate. The throw from right field sails over the head of everybody, and the runner moves up to second. A 2-run single by Sussdorf. He takes second on the throw, and it's a 5-3 ball game.
Again in the third, runners on second and third. Tommy Mendoza homers to right.
There's a drive to right field. That ball is well hit, and that ball is gone. Fresno State has come all the way back, and they lead it 6-5.
In the top of the fourth, Gordon Beckham's going to tie up the game.
Breaking ball hit up the middle, and that is through for a base hit. Olsen is being waved home. He'll score without a play, and Beckham has pulled his club even. It is 6-6 here in the fourth.
Bottom of the fourth, Danny Munoz
Swings and shoots it towards right center field. This is into the alley. It'll get 1 run home and maybe 2. Detweiler is home. Here's Rivera being waved. Going for third is Muno. No throw. He dives in with a triple. 2 runs home, and Fresno State on top. And the Fresno State Bulldogs lead it 8-6 here in the bottom of the fourth.
again in the fourth. Eric Wetzel singles to left.
And a line shot off the glove of Beckham into left center, a base hit. A run in. It's been a 3-run inning for Fresno State. And they have their biggest lead at 9-6.
And Fresno State wasn't through. 2 more runs scored in this Ryan Overland single.
Swing and a fly ball, shallow left. Coming on Allen. Got a late break. He's coming on. It falls for a hit. 2 runs will score. It's been a 5-run inning. And now Fresno State takes an 11-6 lead here.
Bottom of the 5th, Gavin Hedstrom to center field.
Swing and a fly ball, left center field, into the alley, a run home. And on to third goes Muno. He'll be waved into second with an RBI double as Hedstrom. It's 12-6. Still nobody out here in the 5th.
Still in the 5th, Eric Wetzel picks up an RBI.
Swing and a ground ball to short. Beckham backhands. A run comes home. The throw to first in time. But add on another run and an RBI for Wetzel, who's out 6-3. It's 13-6.
Now it's Steven Sussdorf's turn to step into the batter's box.
Here's a shot to deep right field, way back. This ball goes for a home run. Cesar with his 13th puts icing on the cake, a 2-run shot. This is a 4-run inning, and the Bulldogs from Fresno State, fighting for their lives, are winning this fight. It's 15-6 here in the 5th.
In the 7th inning, Georgia rallied. Adam Fuller singles to shallow left.
There's a little roller past the diving Muno at short and into left field. Heading home is Cerrone. And the Georgia Bulldogs scratch a run across here in the 7th inning. It's a 15-7 ball game. A base hit for Adam Fuller.
Again in the 7th, Matt Olson grounds into a fielder's choice to first.
And a chopper to the right side. First baseman Amati goes to second, and the ball hits the runner. Everybody is safe.
After Gordon Beckham walked and Adam Fuller scored, Rich Poitras hit a sacrifice fly to center.
And Poitras a drive to center field. That ball is well hit. Hedstrom going back. He makes the catch near the track. Tagging at third and heading home is Toms, and it's a 15-10 ball game.
Bottom of the 7th, Alan Amati singles to right.
On the ground to the right side, that'll sneak into right field for a base hit. Hedstrom will score. Wetzel being waved home. He will score. And it's a 17-10 lead. The 2-run single for Alan Amati.
Still in the 7th, Sustor scores on his Danny Grubb sac fly.
There's a drive to left center field. That ball's well hit. Cerrone will have room. He'll make the catch for the second out. Tagging at third is Susdorf. He'll walk home, and it's 18-10. Fresno State, the sacrifice fly, and the 12th RBI of the year for Danny Grubb.
Bottom of the 8th, Eric Wetzel steps up to the plate.
1-0, that's hit on the ground through the left side and into left field for a base hit. Rounding third is Muno. He's being waved home. He'll score without a play. It's 19-10 Fresno State. Why not another run for the Fresno State Bulldogs? The RBI single for Eric Wetzel scores Muno, and they've got the 9-run lead. The 2-1, that's popped up shallow right. Wetzel going out from second. He makes the catch. And we will play tomorrow night to determine a national champion.
That's how it ended. Fresno State's win pushes the championship series to a 3rd and deciding game. Since the 3-game championship format began in 2003, 2 titles have been decided in the 3rd game. Today makes 3. The winner of today's game will take home the trophy. Fresno State sends out Justin Wilson to pitch in the championship game against Georgia's Nathan Moreau. Fresno State gets the scoring started in the top of the 2nd with Steve Detweiler.
3 balls, 2 strikes on Detweiler. Runner goes, pitch is driven to right field. That ball is well hit. Olson going back. Olson at the track, jumping up, and that ball is gone. A 2-run homer just over the right field wall, and Fresno State has the 2-0 lead.
Top of the 4th, it's Detweiler again.
There's a drive into left center field, well hit on the move. The center fielder, that ball is up against the wall on the bounce. A run scores into second with an RBI double is Detweiler, who pumps his fist, looks into his dugout. He's driven in 3, and the Fresno State Bulldogs have a 3-0 lead.
In the top of the 6th, who else? Steve Detweiler.
Swing and a drive. Deep left field. Way back. Way back. He's done it again. A 3-run homer. 6-0 Fresno State. 6-0 Fresno State. 6-0 Detweiler. He's driven in all 6. And they explode out of the Fresno State dugout to greet Detweiler at the plate, who has broken it open. Here in the 6th inning, he has driven in all 6 runs tonight with a pair of homers and an RBI double.
And Fresno State has jumped out to a 6-0 lead.
Georgia avoids a shutout in the bottom of the 8th.
And there's a drive to left field. That ball is well hit. Susdorf going back. Susdorf looks up, and Beckham has hit his 28th home run of the year. And Georgia is on the board. It's a 6-1 ball game. The crowd standing throughout Rosenblatt Stadium. 2 gone in the inning, and here's Matt Olson. Beckham on deck. Runner goes, and Olson drives it to right field. Going back for it is Detweiler, and Fresno State has done it. The ultimate underdog is now the national champion. Fresno State dogpiling in the center of the field. They've just won their school's first baseball national championship.
And isn't it appropriate the final out was caught by Detweiler?
He's the reason with Wilson that they're here. Fresno State has done it. They have won the national championship in a 6-1 final over the Georgia Bulldogs. One of the most improbable stories in collegiate sports history. And now, Fresno State stands alone atop the baseball world as the best in 2008.
That's a great Georgia team that we just played the last 3 nights. One heck of a North Carolina team. These guys beat the best, and I guess that's what you have to do to win a national championship.
You don't need that first-round draft pick on your team to win a national championship. All you need is 25 guys. And we were all committed to the team, and no one was about themselves. And it just goes to show you don't need that amazing player to get a national championship. It's just everyone working together.
What we've said all year long. We play our game. If we go out there and play our game, we win. If we don't go play our game, then the other team is going to take care of us. Bates has said it all year long, make them pay for their mistakes, and it's not a mistake until we touch home plate.
When you look deep into what this club is made out of, and I'll say it again, it's 8 seniors who are all going to graduate this semester and next semester, and they still found a way to get a ring. And you can get it done in the classroom and on the field. That's what college baseball is all about. This isn't baseball college. This is college baseball. And to show the country that you can do it right, that's what I'm most proud of with this group. Is you don't have to just go for 3 years and sign and think about yourself. You can take care of your teammates, you can have a degree when you leave, and get a ring.
While Detweiler was a hitting star, driving in 6 runs in the title game, his teammate, third baseman Tommy Mendoza, was named the 2008 College World Series Most Outstanding Player. Mendoza had 11 RBI over the series and tied a College World Series record with 4 home runs. Fresno State becomes the lowest-ranked team to ever win an NCAA championship in any sport, and the 5th consecutive baseball team to win the title that was not one of the 8 national seeds. From underdogs to wonderdogs, in this all-Bulldog battle, Fresno State came out best in show.